Attention, this is video 3, a 3-part video interview series with ex-Ivy League neuroscience professor Ryan Levesque, and it's called The Death of the Squeeze Page and How to Increase Your Online Sales by 400% with Ryan's Squeeze Page Killer. And I have a bold guarantee to offer you. Here's why. Our featured speaker, who you're about to hear from, Ryan Levesque, has made well over $1 million with information he learned from just one of our past Internet Marketing Party guest speakers. It's very rewarding to know that our little unassuming party has created at least one millionaire that we know of. And I want to create more millionaires. And I deeply believe that you, like me, will agree that Ryan's timely information on the death of the squeeze page will create at least one and possibly a few more millionaires. But only if you can do one very important thing. Want to take a guess at what it is? Here's a hint. It's the single most important thing that Ryan did and that you must also do. You must take action on what you learn. Just watching, learning, and saying, wow, that was amazing, just isn't enough. And because of how much I believe in Ryan's Squeeze Page Killer, I have decided to offer you the following bold guarantee. Watch these 3 videos, then come to the Internet Marketing Party on October the 11th with Ryan. If after seeing his live presentation you don't think it was worth a $29 ticket, I will swiftly refund your money and buy you a drink at the bar. Deal? Let's get started.
Second force that I want to talk about is something that I call the opt-in reverse psychology open loop. And what you do when you use this type of reverse psychology is create this powerful brain chemical cocktail that simultaneously elicits a feeling of tension and desire in your prospect's brain. Now, I know that sounds very almost theoretical or very scientific.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like you got a degree in neuroscience from an Ivy League school.
Yeah, exactly. The Ivy League School of Hard Knocks.
But as long as it works, it's all that matters, right?
Exactly. It's exactly right. No, but I think it's important because for someone like myself, I'm always questioning, well, what's the mechanism behind something, right? It's one thing to read that something works, but I'm always curious to know, well, what's the reason why, or at least what's the underlying science or sort of tested studies behind why something works? Because I'm always curious to know beyond just the anecdotal reasons why something works. I want to know kind of the science, and I think that's why it's important to kind of understand that what we're talking about here is really rooted in human psychology. It's not just something that's made up, and really it's just a matter of leveraging that natural human psychology that we all have. So enough about that. Let's talk about what I mean by reverse psychology. So we talk about that teaser video. One of the key elements that I often employ, and I'm almost exclusively employing now, is something that I call the find out if you qualify angle. And here's an example. Here's an example of a high-level client that I've worked with and built out an extensive lead generation funnel using a variation on the approach that we're talking about. So here's a typical landing page, and it's a landing page in the business funding space. And so typically someone will come to a page like this looking for business funding. They're looking for a business loan. Now, what I do is ask a series of questions, as you see in this form. The form is designed to qualify and to segment prospect, like we just talked about. But here's the thing. Whereas everybody else in this space is using the call to action, apply now. Looking for a business loan? Apply now. Apply now. Apply now. No one wants to fucking apply for anything, right? When's the last time that you said, you know what? I want to go out and apply for something. That sounds like a lot of fun, right? That sounds like a lot of fun, and I really want to do it. Instead, people want to find out if they qualify. People have a need to satisfy their curiosity. It's probably the most powerful motivator out there. It's why the National Enquirer is so successful. It's why websites, and publications like TMZ and OK Magazine and People are so successful because people are curious. They want to know what's going on, right? Curiosity is probably the #1 motivator. And people, when they answer a series of questions, they want to know if they qualify. So instead of saying, need a business loan? Apply here. Or want to improve your memory? Here's a solution. You take a step back. You use a takeaway cell, which is something I mentioned in the first video in this sequence. The takeaway cell uses reverse psychology, right, to get people to want your offer by taking it away from them. So for example, in the memory case study, you might say, listen, we believe that our memory solution is the best on the market. However, it's not for everybody. In fact, we've only made a decision to work with people who have demonstrated to take action and who are a good fit for the program. So to find out if you qualify for this program, all you need to do is this. Take 30 seconds now to answer the 3 simple questions that you see. Once you've done that, enter your name and email, and you'll find out instantly if you qualify for our program. It's fast. Takes 30 seconds, and there's no obligation to buy anything whatsoever. The only catch is this. Go ahead and do this right now because we haven't decided how long we're going to keep this program and make it available for free online. So go ahead and take the moment right now to find out if you qualify for this free opportunity. See what we've done there? Everybody else is saying, pick me, here's why I'm the best. You've taken a step back by taking this approach and say, time out a second. You need to demonstrate to me why I should be willing to do business with you, right? If you've studied the book Pitch Anything, then you know Oren Klaff talks about pricing. What you've done here, typically in a business transaction, people treat the money as the prize. And so the prospect thinks that they have the upper hand on you as a marketer because they've got the prize. They've got the money. I've got my money. I'm waving it around. Who wants it? Dance for me and do everything, to show me that you deserve my money. You say, no. It doesn't work like that. I've got the solution here. You need to prove to me why you're a good fit, why I should let you have access to this, something that I've put my heart and soul into and have built an entire team to deliver to you. I'm not just going to give this away to anybody. You need to demonstrate that you're a good fit and that you deserve to have this. It's the same dynamic that's created whenever you apply for a job. If you've ever applied for a job before and you've been in that beta position, right? You've got the alpha position, the person who's interviewing you, and you're in the beta position and you're below them. You have to prove to them and sell them why you deserve that position. And what you're doing by using this reverse psychology is replicating that experience. And so what happens is, as we all know, it's human nature to want what you can't have, right? We all want what we can't have. You want that competitive job. You want to get it because you know that there are 100 other applicants. There's only one spot available and you want it. And the same thing is going on here. So what you do is this double freaking whammy. You use reverse psychology to get prospects to sell you on why they should be a good fit, and you use that find out if you qualify angle to tickle your prospect's need to satisfy their curiosity. And the big aha is that there's actually a physiological response that goes on in your prospect's brain when you do that. It's the vodka Red Bull brain cocktail, which is basically 2 neurotransmitters that you can actually elicit the release of in your prospect's brain by doing this. The 2 neurotransmitters are dopamine, which is the neurotransmitter of desire, and adrenaline, or epinephrine, which is the neurotransmitter of tension. So you create this tension and desire in your prospect's brain where the tension is, do I qualify, do I not qualify? And the desire is, I gotta have it because I can't have it. And you create that response that makes your prospect reach this almost physiological boiling point in their brain where they gotta have what you've put in front of them. And that's where you put your form. That's where you put your multi-step, micro-commitment, low-threat form and essentially replaces your opt-in process. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So we talked about the first 2 forces, and if you think those forces are cool and powerful, you're gonna freaking love force number 3. But here's the thing: force number 3 is something that's so powerful. It's really the type of thing. It's like the force. Put in the wrong hands, it can be used for bad. Put in the good hands, in the right hands, it can be used for good. And so what we've decided to do is, I'm not going to reveal what force number 3 is right here. But what I am going to do is for anybody who shows up to the Internet Marketing Party event on October 11th, I'm going to hand you on a silver platter what's probably the most powerful psychological force that you can use in your marketing. And it's something that when you see it, when you see how powerful this is, you're going to probably walk away from the event and you're going to implement it probably within a week after you see it. This thing is so freaking cool. Nobody talks about it in mainstream marketing. It's a type of thing that unless you've formally studied psychology, cognitive psychology, or neuroscience, you wouldn't even realize that this exists. So I want people, because this thing is so powerful, I'm going to teach you by showing you. So I'm not going to give access to this to anybody in order to get access to this technique, you need to demonstrate that you're committed enough to growing your business that you're willing to come to the Internet Marketing Party, have a fantastic freaking time, meet some awesome people, and learn a ton for what I consider to be probably one of the biggest bargains in our industry. Something that David puts on that I think, I mean, I've spent hundreds of dollars with David, and I've made probably hundreds of thousands of dollars based on what I've learned. So it's a type of return that you can't get anywhere else. So anybody who shows up to that event is going to get access to this course. And I'm also going to put together a cheat sheet which shows you how to implement what we've talked about in your business step by step. And that's, again, only going to be available for free for anybody who shows up to the Internet Marketing Party on the 11th. Now, before we wrap things up, people have sort of the same typical sets of questions. Things like, what do you need to say in your teaser video script to compel people to actually go through your survey funnel process or your opt-in funnel process? What trigger words and phrases must you always include? How do you structure your survey if you're walking people through a multi-step form where you're asking them those non-threatening questions? What specific questions do you ask? What order of the questions? And what are the subtle keys to actually boosting your opt-in conversion rates by as much as 400%? Now, because these types of questions are very much individual based on your business, based on your market, in terms of wordsmithing your video, that's going to vary tremendously from one market to another, one business to another. So what we've done is we've put together a private coaching program that we're going to make available to people who are part of the Internet Marketing Party community only. The program works like this. The program is a weekly or bi-weekly 60-minute strategy session that's done by phone or by Skype with me privately, one-on-one, with you in your business, along with the opportunity to put together a one-pager 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours prior to our private one-on-one calls, where you can ask me any question that you'd like, and we can build this type of funnel for your business specifically. Now, as David knows, and he had mentioned, one of the things beyond building this business that I've really sort of been spent my 10,000 hours building the expertise in is writing really persuasive, compelling copy. In fact, as David mentioned, I had the opportunity to work with another Internet Marketing Party speaker to put together a video sales letter course. And so with this coaching program, you'll get access to someone who can help you wordsmith your copy to create that grease shoot in your sort of opt-in sales funnel process. The only thing is, because I only take a certain number of people in my private coaching programs, and actually right now I'm not taking anybody outside of this program. There are only 5 spots available. Now, normally the rate that I charge for consulting time is $5.97 an hour for a 1-hour consult, but because David is really near and dear to my heart, and because I know I've been at the point where I've been just starting out and want to get my stuff off the ground, but don't necessarily have the funds to get access to someone who's sort of like a top-level expert in something, what we've done is really put together a program that's really half price what I would normally charge. And so there are 2 options. Option 1 is a bi-week coaching program, which means you and I will get on the phone every other week for an hour, and we'll work through and build your funnel, build your business together. And for folks who want maybe more hand-holding, more personalized attention, there's a weekly option, which means we get on the phone every single week, and that's $9.97. Now, the only thing that I need to mention is that with this program, while there are no refunds, because I can't get my time back, and so I don't offer refunds for personal time, you can cancel at any time. So it's not the type of thing that you need to sign up for like 6 months or a year or something like that. You can try it out and see if we're a good fit for a month. I reserve the right to cancel as well, just to make sure that sort of it's a good fit. And because spots are limited, what we're going to do is just make them available on a first-come, first-served basis. And there's some information on this page on how to choose one of those options. If they're no longer working, that just means that we've already filled the spots. So and typically, I only make spots available probably every 6 months or so. So if you're interested in possibly working together, then go ahead and do that right now. Now, I know for some people, even at that cost, it's not an option to do that. So what I would like to do in addition to that is I'd like to give away a few free 15-minute case study reviews. And so what I mean by that is the opportunity to submit your business, to send me your current sales funnel, your current opt-in funnel, have me take a quick look at it and point out how you can actually implement elements of what we've talked about today and how you can potentially dramatically improve your opt-in conversion rates. And so if you're interested in getting a free 15-minute case study, I'm going to do probably one or two. Here's what you need to do. First, you need to record a 2 to 3 minute video outlining your current funnel. I want you to post the video on YouTube, and then on this page you'll see a button that says free case study. Click on that button, answer the questions that you see on that form, and send me a link to your video. I'm going to be personally reviewing every single submission, but because of the volume that we probably will be expecting on this, I'll only have the bandwidth to probably do 1 or 2 case studies. So if you'd like to get some personal attention and might not be ready to sign up for private coaching, or maybe you don't have the means to do it right now, that's an opportunity to get some personalized attention and focus on your business. So happy to do that. And what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be posting those case studies available for everybody to see. So it's another consideration. If you would prefer to keep your business anonymous or confidential, then it wouldn't be a good option for you, because we'll be posting the case studies for free. But this way we'll be able to share with the community and show people in a few live examples how to implement some of the things that we've talked about in advance of the main event on the 11th. Does that sound good, my friend?
That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. And I'll overlay on this presentation a couple of details for them to include in the video and whatnot if they need. But other than that, man, that sounds great. So just to be clear, cool. This 15-minute case study, something for them to follow. These instructions here, they have to be willing to have their business be, dissected in public. And this is something you're going to do in a follow-up presentation between now and the night of the party, correct?
Exactly. What I'm going to do is a screen capture review video. It's the type of thing that I might include in a private coaching or consulting session. Normally don't do these for free, but I'd like to do a couple of these so people can kind of get a better sense of how they can implement it in their business. So you're right. What I'll do is record the videos and we'll post them and make them available publicly between now and the talk on the 11th. And so folks will be able to get access to those and download those and learn from those case studies in addition to the talk and the last few videos that we've done.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I think just to recap, the party's on Thursday, October the 11th. So that's 10, 11, 12.
Oh, nice.
And this is going to be a surprise to you, Ryan, but I mentioned at the party last night, because we're recording this on Friday after the September party, that in honor of Halloween, we're going to be doing a zombie party. So I've asked everybody. I've already reached out to a ton of people, and a bunch of people have already said, "Yeah, I'm in." So everybody's gonna be dressed as a zombie. So
that's awesome.
Because that'll be one hell of a way to present the death of the squeeze page.
That's perfect. That's freaking awesome, man. I love it. I love it.
And I'm also gonna be speaking for about 10 minutes, maybe less, on a really valuable lesson that I learned from our speaker this past month, and it's actually positively impacted my life and my business. So I'm going to share some zombie wisdom.
That's awesome. I love it. Cool stuff, man. I'm pumped. This is going to be fun, and I'm submit your case studies because I'm really looking forward to going through them. And if you'd like to work together privately, one-on-one, I'd love to do that as well. So really excited, and we will see you guys very soon.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing this goodness with our audience again, Ryan. I appreciate it. I'm sure that we're going to create at least another couple of millionaires from this information, because it just takes one tweak to turn your business from scraping by to being highly profitable. And once you're highly profitable, you become ultra competitive, and that's how you build real business.
That's right.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.
Cool stuff, man.
We'll see you.